What is going on, everybody? So this is a quick album reaction to the fifth studio album by Doja Cat. The album goes by the title V, released September the 26th. Yes, she released this long-awaited album, and she is basically going into a lot of 80s, rich with retro textures and sonic background with various influences from 70s and 80s. I got a lot of 70s disco and 80s dance hall and pop aesthetic music from this record. And yes, I mean, definitely we got that evolved from the songs such as Jealous Type and Ah Man and Couples Therapy, Gorgeous and Stranger. Those songs are very much into the late 70s and early 80s retroactive sound and futuristic, but at the same time more throwback pop aesthetic and vibrant towards it. And basically you got a lot of the content which basically is non self-indulgent, but Doja is talking about a lot of things in committed relationships with men. She's talking about positivity, and she also is going into details just dealing with you know, the ups and downs and ebbs and flows and woes in relationships, especially on the songs like Jealous Type, for example, which that completely is one of the main singles that was released before the album came out. And yes, I definitely got a lot of enjoyment from it. You know, and Ah Man is basically, you know, the ebbs and flows and how she feels towards a lot of, you know, guys that are, you know, down towards a downward spiral in their life. And basically she goes into that song, as well as going to songs such as Acts of Service, where she talks about being fully committed and being fully intertwined in relationships with men. Then I really like the song Gorgeous, where it's a very much of an 80s throwback pop aesthetic vibe, futuristic, and I love the vocals and arrangements on here, where she goes into so much detail talking about just the in her mind, just the ebbs and downs and the overall aspects of just being fully committed to yourself and being fully committed to yourself in the art form. So overall, I gotta say, you know, the only songs on here I really didn't care for was songs such as Lip Stain, Take Me Dancing, and pretty much Comeback. I don't think the Comeback song is I don't think the Comeback song is a good way to end the album, to close the project. And the reason I didn't like Take Me Dancing or Lip Stain, because I really didn't feel like they fit in the context of the record, where I felt they kind of felt a lot more out of place. They didn't, as far as the production and as far as the vocal arrangements with Doja. I felt like she was very undercooked. But overall, this album is a very solid listen. I very much recommend it. It's definitely one of Doja's more experimental projects. If Scarlett can be a